To see your pictures, every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. We've got quite the severe threat tonight across the plains. Of course, we're watching out for tornadoes, but this is something you have to take very seriously. Flash flooding. You're looking live now at South Oklahoma City. We've already seen a car get stalled in floodwaters not too long ago in Oklahoma County. So again, this is another area that we're watching. K4 TV, our affiliate there in Oklahoma City, they are monitoring this particular intersection as well. You're watching right now live a vehicle trying to get through those flooded waters. And of course, we always tell you, turn around, don't drown. It's hard to tell exactly how deep that water is, and the road in front of you may not be there either. It may be washed away, and you could certainly lose control of your vehicle as well. So take the flood warnings just as seriously as the severe thunderstorm warnings and even the tornado warnings. We've got several warnings going right now across the state of Oklahoma. We're watching Texas as well. We've got live chasers, storm chasers that are out there on the field for us, but you can see where we do have the warnings in yellow. Those are severe thunderstorm warnings. In the green outlined areas, those are flash flood warnings that are currently in effect, including Oklahoma City down through the Norman area. Several inches of rain have already fallen across this area, and we're already saturated from the several inches of rain that we saw just the other day. So we're looking live on the left-hand side of your screen, South Oklahoma City, as folks try to navigate the high waters here. But on the right, there is that new tornado warning issued just about 10 minutes ago. Okfuskee County under a tornado warning, including the city of Bearden. Also watching Hughes County in Oklahoma, tornado warning for you, including Wetumpka, Oklahoma. So again, we're seeing some rotation on Doppler radar. Pretty good hook on that particular cell as well as it's moving off toward the east-northeast. Again, the flash flooding is still a concern as well, but if you are in the path of these dangerous storms, we urge you to seek shelter now. Get on to the lowest level of your home, away from the windows. Make sure you have a safe place to go. If you live just east of this area, maybe you're in Dustin and you're watching this storm, definitely have a plan, know where to go in case you're put under a tornado warning if that cell holds together. Now we're in to the south into Texas, Bowie, Texas. We're talking about Montague County. You're under a tornado warning until 8 o'clock Central Time. Could be some pretty big hail with these storms as well. Looking a little bit more toward the north, just to the south of Nocona. Tornado warning until 8:30 Central Time. This storm moving off toward the northeast. So again, it looks like they just reissued that tornado warning for Montague County. It now goes until 8:30. So let's kind of time it out for you here. In Bulcher by about 8:38, Jimtown 8:50, Sybil's Bend by about 9:07. So if you're in any of these areas, now is the time to be seeking shelter. Grab the shoes, put the helmets on the kids, get to your safe place right now, and obviously stay off the roads. A lot of flooded highways out there in Oklahoma City. All right, Alex, we're going to take a break from the severe weather, at least just for now, and talk more about this subtropical storm Ana that could soon become a tropical storm, actually.
Right. I mean, it's our other big story, but let's look at this. Wow, a truck in the water, tipped on its side, and this is exactly why Dr. Forbes tells you not to drive through flooded roadways. A water rescue about to take place. Perhaps the roadway was uneven beneath him or washed away beneath this driver, and now they are at least partially submerged. And this is a truck, so we are talking about some very deep water here. This is in South Oklahoma City. You can see the lights on those rescue vehicles just in the upper part of the screen as these authorities are about to try to rescue this driver who is now stranded in a partially submerged car. And this is exactly why we warn you against driving through even what looks to be not very deep water. Kind of losing the feed a bit. We're going to make sure we can get that up. But let's take a break from severe for a moment and talk about subtropical storm Ana. We've got a tropical storm watch around Charleston, tropical storm warnings further up into South Carolina and throughout most of North Carolina as well. So we've got a lot of real estate under tropical storm warnings, and I know a lot of people are heading to the beaches for Mother's Day weekend. Not going to be perfect. Wilmington, North Carolina through Sunday, you're looking at periods of rain, heavy at times, gusty winds, rough surf, rip currents, the whole kit and caboodle. So, you know, as I said, the beach weather is going to be less than perfect, but you do not want to head out into the water. Those rip currents are very, very dangerous. Here is subtropical storm Ana at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Winds at 45 miles an hour, pressure down to 1,000 millibars, moving stationary. So it's not moving at all. And again, this could transition to a tropical storm, but as our experts have been saying it really isn't going to make much of a difference weather-wise. We are going to see rough weather through the weekend at some of those coastal locations. There's a look at where the rain is right now. Notice off the North Carolina, South Carolina state line and then head east. So we have seen a few showers work into parts of North Carolina, near Florence, South Carolina as well. Here's the forecast. We do expect this to work closer to the coast and by early Sunday, late Sunday, making that impact directly onto the coast before eventually then turning back off towards the east and moving on out. Tomorrow, this is what we expect. Rain showers for Myrtle Beach, for Wilmington, showers interior parts of those states as far west as Raleigh, really off to the west of there. Sunday, it's going to be a rainy day across the region. We've got plenty of rain in the forecast for Wilmington, for Myrtle Beach, and by Monday, rain and thunderstorms in North Carolina, scattered thunderstorms across South Carolina, and Georgia will also see some of those scattered thunderstorms as well. Myrtle Beach, hit or miss thunderstorms Saturday, thunderstorms and wind on Sunday, and afternoon thunderstorms again in the cards for you on Monday. So again, less than perfect beach weather if you are planning on taking your mom to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Not the place you are going to want to be. And as we've said, the water's very dangerous. So even if you do get some time where there is sunshine, stay out of the water. Those rip currents will be deadly at times. You know, we've been watching this other situation, the flash flooding, which is deadly as well. Let's send it back to the lab with Dr. Forbes and Kelly.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. We're in the lab tracking not just tornadoes, not just severe thunderstorms, but flooding, a very serious situation that is unfolding right now in South Oklahoma City, where it appears that we've got someone stuck in the water, Greg.
Yeah, a lot of water there. These signals coming in and out. Yeah, certainly several rounds of storms once again today into the Norman and the Oklahoma City, the greater metro area, where yesterday 2 days ago, I guess, primarily, had heavy storms with tornadoes and maybe some places had 8 inches or more of rain. Wow. Last night, it was the areas north of the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, and we have storms that are heading that way again tonight, as well as still some tornado threats off to the east of Oklahoma City, some tornado threats that are in the areas not too far from where they were last night up in north parts of Texas. And we'll take a look at some of these particular storms here. Off to the east of Oklahoma City area, north and west of Wetumpka, storm that very briefly after a merger had a pretty well-defined hook. Now that has wrapped itself up. There's, again, one of these rain-wrapped tornadoes a possibility there in the areas south and east of Cromwell, heading up toward Clearview and the Waleetka area.
Velocity showing.
Pretty well-defined velocity signature there, tornado vortex signature there showing up. That will head into the Waleetka, the Dustin areas as it's heading off toward the east. Several counties here, I believe that's Hughes and Okfuskee counties that are under tornado warning as the tornado may go down pretty much the county line, although I think maybe it's a little bit more into Okfuskee than it is to Hughes. So
staying south of Interstate 40, but just barely. If it makes a turn a little bit more toward the north, maybe the Bryant area could be impacted by this area. Again, Okfuskee County under that tornado warning until about 8:15, it looks like. So another 10 minutes or so.
Pretty well-defined supercell at this point with 2 arms spiraling into that rotation center that's in the southwest part of the storm.
All right, big hail, that's a possibility with these storms too. It's getting to be dark out there, so definitely have a way to get those warnings. Don't wait to see it, certainly. We're taking that down towards Texas and Montague, where we have a tornado warning till 8:30.
Yeah, Montague County, and not nearly so well-defined, easy to distinguish at any rate the rotation in this one. It would be right about in the middle of the tornado warning there, Montague County, and this whole cluster of storms I was alluding to coming back to Gainesville, Texas, where we've had heavy rain and flooding last night, and here is the rotation there. It's heading toward the St. Joe area now, east of Montague. So dangerous situation evolving there, not just from a tornado. We've had mostly reports today of pretty brief, weak tornadoes. Hopefully that'll stay the case, but more rounds of heavy rain. They're heading into the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area.
All right, everybody, it is 9 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 8 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone, where we have the dangerous weather going on right now. You're watching a very special edition of Weather Center Live. We've got a tornado threat tonight. Tornado watch in effect for much of eastern Oklahoma down into northern Texas. It goes all the way through 3 o'clock in the morning. So make sure you have a way to get those warnings before you go to bed tonight. We're talking about the Denton area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area in that tornado watch. Also up up towards Oklahoma City, where we've had dangerous flooding, lots of flooded intersections, unfortunately, especially South Oklahoma City, where a high water rescue is having to take place. We're watching Bowie, Texas, where we're still looking at that tornado warning there in Montague County. Also, our chasers are near Graham, Texas. We are all over the southern plains tonight, and unfortunately, that severe weather threat is going to be ramping up. This is just the beginning. We do think tomorrow is going to be a very dangerous day across the middle of the country, and you can see those tornado watches do extend back into parts of Colorado and New Mexico through 9 o'clock this evening Mountain Time. And already there, we've had several warnings too. But Greg, right now, the majority of the warnings, the most imminent concern is across central Oklahoma, right on down into north central Texas.
Yeah, east of Oklahoma City and north central Texas, just to the south of the Red River there, which would be the Oklahoma border. But the other threat we're having is a cluster of thunderstorms that are out just to the west of Mineral Wells, and they'll be rolling their way later on tonight, if they hold together, toward the Fort Worth area. So here they're out near Graham right now with severe thunderstorm warnings for Palo Pinto, Stevens, and Young counties. But tracking that off toward the south and east could get into Fort Worth about 10:57 p.m. So could be damaging winds. We saw this happen last night. They weakened as they came in, but certainly the possibility is there. And down in the lower right is the storm that is in that Graham, Texas area, and you're seeing probably the picture there. The storms are probably moving from right to left with a shelf cloud representing the gusty winds that are coming in with that line of storms that we were just tracking. There it is.
Yeah.
You see the lightning and the solid gray off to the lower right. You see the brighter conditions, and then that arc of clouds, that's a shelf cloud. The warm air is to the left. That warm air is being lifted up over top of the rain-cooled air to the right, and that's what we call a shelf cloud. There'll be some strong gusty winds just about ready to make their way there to the highway, and that line of thunderstorms is moving from right to left and a little bit east-southeastward toward the Fort Worth Metroplex just before 11 o'clock coming into the area.
Again, this is a live feed coming to you from Graham, Texas, where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Palo Pinto, Stevens, and Young counties until 8:45. Ominous-looking cloud structure, obviously. Take this seriously as you would a tornado warning. You get away from the windows, off the electrical appliances when you've got lightning in the area. Looks to be some clear blue skies just off to the west of that situation. But Greg, as we look at the real-time lightning, that's an issue for us as well.
Yeah, always these thunderstorms pack lightning that is always deadly, and you don't need to have severe thunderstorms to have lightning. Ordinary thunderstorms, by definition, they don't have thunder unless they're producing lightning, and so the lightning can always be deadly. You want to follow the rule: when thunder roars, go indoors. A sturdy building that has plumbing and electrical wires through it, but you don't want to be on any kind of appliances that have that pipes or those wires, because lightning that hits the side of your house or outside the house can move inward.
All right,
and
when
then
thunder roars, go indoors. Yeah. But Greg, also, turn around, don't drown. We're back now to South Oklahoma City. KFOR TV, our affiliate in Oklahoma City, getting this live feed for us of a truck that is basically stuck in the high waters right now. We're not sure if he just kind of lost his control over his vehicle and kind of went off to the side like that, or maybe the road underneath was undermined by all that heavy water. So unfortunately, this looks like a high water rescue that's needing to take place. I'm not sure if they're still in that vehicle. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, well, you can see in the far distance there the police or some kind of vehicle, emergency vehicle that has the flashers on. So you can see how much higher that is than this location where the truck is stuck in the water. So I think this is by definition one of those low-lying areas where the water has all accumulated in, and it probably got very deep. It's hard to know. I didn't see it going in there, but the truck may have just gone in there fast and splashed water up onto the manifold and installed out. But
doesn't matter what kind of vehicle, SUV, truck, you don't want to try to navigate through high waters like that. We're told that there's probably nobody in the vehicle as of right now.
Looks like it may be sliding off the edge there. It's tilted there.
The water is only rising.
Could go downstream.
And more rain in the forecast too, folks. So stay right there. We'll be right back.
Hey, pal. You ready? Can you pick me up at 6:30?
I'm here.
Too late.
I'll go for 5 minutes. Move it. Killing me. You know what, Dad? I'm good.
It may be quite a while before he's ready, but our Subaru Legacy will be waiting for him.
The longest-lasting midsize sedan in its class, the 2015 Subaru Legacy. It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
All we need to sell Strongbow Hard Cider is ice. And an award for best tasting hard cider.
Have you got the shot yet?
Remember that thing about keeping your face behind the award? Strongbow.
One of the Foot's favorite rituals happens at the water's edge. Here they must look their best. Smooth, beautiful skin is an advantage. The others can only hide in shame. Introducing the new Dr. Scholl's Dreamwalk Express Pedi.
Life changes. A small business's life is no different. That's why Constant Contact email marketing is built to evolve with your business, month to month, year to year. So whether it's an email to reach new fans and customers, or a quick and easy way to announce a big sale, Constant Contact's email marketing and free expert coaching are all you'll need, no matter how much things change. Help your small business do more business. Try email marketing free at ConstantContact.com.
Weather. So we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, mainly clear, low 70, winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly sunny, high 89, winds south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear, low 73, winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures, and every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Right now, PetSmart has great deals on select toys and treats you and your kids love. Because pethood's better with a partner.
You could sit at your computer and read all about zero-turn mowers. Click, scroll, tweet, or you could just sit on a John Deere Z435 Easy Track and feel its power. You'll know it'll get the job done fast. When it's time to pick a mower, you've got to get on one. Visit your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today. Sign up to take your turn on an Easy Track zero-turn mower at your John Deere dealer and save $100 on your purchase.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, save up to $200 on eyeglasses. Quality eyewear for doers. Sears Optical.
All right, everybody, you are watching the Weather Channel. We are on alert for severe weather, including tornadoes. You're looking live at Graham, Texas right now, where we've had severe thunderstorm warnings issued for this area. This is just to the north and west of Mineral Wells and headed for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we're going to have to monitor this situation. We've got storm chasers out there who are looking at the clouds and reporting back to us. And, of course, we've got the radar technology here in the lab as we continue to track this storm heading through Graham, Mineral Wells, this severe thunderstorm warning for Palo Pinto, Stevens, and Young counties until 8:45 Central Time.
And we're seeing probably a gust front that is associated with this particular thunderstorm, and probably this corrugated appearance is probably what we call the whale's mouth, that the rain-cooled air they may be in. Just to the right here of there we go. And so they're pretty much right underneath the gust front. The gust front is here. The warm air is coming up this way. The rain-cooled air is coming this way. And at that interface, the air sort of oscillates up and down on that stable layer that represents sort of that miniature cold front, if you will, and makes for these wavy clouds. It's kind of like the whale's mouth that might have those oscillations or those undulations in that. So when you see that, that usually means it's been stabilized rise there, but out ahead of that, right at the leading edge of that, you could have some strong wind gusts, and that's what we were timing out that could be coming toward the Fort Worth area late this evening.
All right, we'll be watching this for sure. For now, it is a severe thunderstorm warning, but keep in mind tornadoes can pop up as well. We do have the tornado watches in effect for much of Texas and Oklahoma. So unfortunately, Greg, it looks like the severe threat is going to get worse as we go through the next couple of days. Alex Wilson joins us now in the studio for more on that.
Yeah, tomorrow looks like a really serious situation. Dr. Forbes has the highest Torcon values of the year at a 7 for parts of the country. We're going to show you where in just a moment. Dallas on Saturday and Sunday. These are days you have to watch out for thunderstorms, heavy at times. So we're talking about a good chance of severe weather in places that have already seen their share of it. Looking at Graham, Texas on the other side of the screen, and I'm going to show you the setup for tomorrow. We've got that dry air west of the dry line, that moisture pulling out of the Gulf of Mexico out ahead of that dry line. A low-level jet helping to fuel those storms along with that strong disturbance over the Four Corners region. We've really got everything in play that you would look for when you talk about severe thunderstorm forecasting. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. Everywhere in red, that's where the severe weather is possible. Thunderstorms outside that zone, but we are expecting a severe weather outbreak for these areas in the red tomorrow with the potential for tornadoes, some strong, maybe some long track. 7 out of 10, that's your Torcon for southwestern Kansas and into parts of Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, north central Texas. It's a 6 out of 10 for you and a 4 out of 10 for central Texas. So areas we really have to watch into tomorrow. Think about that severe weather plan, have it in play. Let's send it back to the lab with Kelly and Dr. Forbes.
And Alex, as you know, that 7, that Torcon of a 7, the highest number that we've seen so far this year in 2015. So that is a significant tornado threat across southwestern Kansas and western Oklahoma. That's for tomorrow. And some of these cities that we're going to be watching very closely, including Dodge City, Kansas, with that Torcon of a 7, that's a 70% chance of seeing tornadoes within 50 miles of your location. We've got a Torcon of 6 for Oklahoma City, Wichita Falls, Texas. I know we've seen a lot of bad weather so far this week, but unfortunately, this is a multi-day event, and we think that tomorrow may just be the peak of our severe weather. And then Sunday, it continues eastward. We've got all the ingredients coming together, all that moisture coming in with that low-level jet. You've got the dry line in play and that upper-level disturbance, that strong disturbance providing that lift in the atmosphere that's going to be coming out of the west. And by the way, giving snow to parts of the northern Rockies. We should mention that too. But there is your severe weather threat for Sunday, including central Iowa, where we've got a Torcon of a 5. That is a 50% chance of tornadoes for you. Also watching Missouri, a 4, a Torcon of 4 for you as well. Flooded roads in South Oklahoma City. Turn around, don't drown. We'll have much more on this coming up.
Be one with it, and it will be one with you. Be one with your tires, and the road will be one with you. Hankook Tires.
Hankook Tire. Be one with the road, no matter the conditions.
Joseph A. Bank presents Look Sharp, Save Smart. Purchase 1 sport coat, receive a 2nd sport coat, and 2 pants free. Joseph A. Bank, the new tradition since 1905.
Think the tree we carved our names in is still here?
That's probably dead.
How much fun is this?
What?
What a beautiful sunset.
If you like sunsets.
Whether you're sweet or salty, you'll love Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bars.
Hey, Hunter, need some pointers?
Just around the house.
Yeah, should do it then.
I love this free store pickup.
Yeah, it's also great when you're on tour. Just order online, we'll have it waiting for you the same day. You know, I bet there's an Ace within a golf swing of just about anywhere.
Really?
Oh, you don't need to...
New mailboxes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Drive safely, Hunter.
Thanks again, Mike.
Go get help, boy. Go get help. Go get help. Right now.
If you're a cat, you ignore people. It's what you do.
Come on.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Go on, kitty, kitty.
Seal cracks and splinters with the ultimate do-over for wood and concrete. Don't replace, resurface. Behr Premium Deck Over, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is a large and dangerous tornado.
That's why we get real local the moment you need it.
We are live in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida.
Real accurate.
This is round one of the severe storms that are coming through.
From real experts on the ground.
That is a gust front for you right there in Dusty, Texas. Wow.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is basically what makes the Weather Channel
Keep the Weather Channel on. Here at the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is out in full force today.
Only the Weather Channel.
Hero Ball. Witness the reinvention. True Hero Ball is the game played at its best. Sharing passion, vision, and the ball. Being there for your team because you practiced and you promised. Get ready for Hero Ball. It's the NBA playoffs on TNT.
Brought to you locally by City Furniture. Shop online anytime at cityfurniture.com.
Ford is taking the EcoBoost Challenge all across America.
I feel like I'm in a race car.
Check out the new Focus and find out why Ford is the brand more people buy and buy again.
EPA estimated rating 42 miles per gallon highway.
Ooh, I need that. The control's amazing. It makes me feel safe.
This is the future, and this is Ford, and they are way ahead of the game.
Now get a Focus for $159 a month with $1984 cash due at signing. Plus, current lessees pay only $1484 cash due at signing at your South Florida Ford store.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, mainly clear, low 70, winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly sunny, high 89, winds south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear, low 73, winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are on the chase right now. We've got severe weather going on in Texas. Our storm chasers are out there providing us with these live feeds. So we're taking a look near Graham, Texas, where we continue to have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. We've seen a lot of lightning with this particular storm. There could be some large hail with that as well. So that's just one storm of many that we're watching. That one heading through the Mineral Wells area, perhaps, and holding together, possibly affecting the Dallas Metroplex later on this evening as well. So this is just one storm that we're going to be watching here in northern Texas. We also want to take a live look now at Norman, Oklahoma. Quite the story here. Actually, some video from earlier where we had some power poles knocked down. This is Northwest 48th and Robinson in Norman, Oklahoma. This is the video right here. What happened here was 2 firefighters were actually responding to another emergency when they themselves became trapped as that power pole came down and the wires came down on top of the fire truck. So those 2 firefighters were trapped for a little while. They themselves had to be rescued, and you can certainly see they were also dealing with a lot of floodwaters too. There's a lot of roads covered in high water in Norman, Oklahoma, as well as South Oklahoma City due to previous rains. We're talking 2 to 3 inches of rain. So that was a live power line that fell on top of a fire truck. Okay, so now we've got a look also. There's Norman, Oklahoma again, still dealing with the severe weather threat tonight. We're not done yet. We're in the lab right now. Severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes with me, taking a look at some of these storms. The one in Graham we have to watch very closely because that may affect Dallas eventually.
Yeah, indeed it will. And Fort Worth more first. I think we're probably done with the severe weather in Norman for the night, but we're not done overall with the severe weather tonight. And that includes this line of thunderstorms that is out near Graham, Texas, moving off slightly to the south of east toward Mineral Wells. And then you can see what would be next in the path, Fort Worth and maybe part of the Dallas metro area as well. Mineral Wells coming to you probably at about 9:27, Fort Worth about 10:57 as this line is not moving real fast. fast. That's usually a good sign when the thunderstorms lines like this move 50 miles per hour. Probably they have 70 mile per hour wind gusts with it. When they're moving 20 miles per hour, they maybe have 35 or 40 mile per hour wind gusts in it. But that said, there probably are going to be a few spots of damaging winds and probably some hail. There's been some spots in there that I saw that had lavenders with it, so could very well have some spots of 1 inch to maybe golf ball size hail.
And the dangerous lightning as well. 117 strikes in that area around Graham.
Yeah, there's certainly some lightning with this, and given the fact that it's not moving all that fast, there's going to be a period of rain, and you see here outlined in green there's a flash flood warning also in effect for the county. So what are we seeing here? The 6-hour rainfall, not huge amounts, but probably some 3-inch amounts, 2.5-inch amounts that have rolled across the area. But the catch may be that may all fall in 1 hour, so you can certainly get flooding from that.
All right, the more serious flooding obviously has been going on up into Oklahoma, but again, we're also watching out for severe weather, so we'll keep an eye on that camera in Graham, Texas. But let's take a look at some of these other warnings further toward the north across the Red River Valley.
Well, the best of the news with this, Kelly, is that at the moment there are no tornado warnings. So we do have a line of thunderstorms that's coming toward Ardmore, Texas. I-35, it's going to be a rough travel there, in particular because I-35 goes north-south. The strong wind gusts likely to be crosswinds there, so any of the high-profile vehicles could have some problems with that. It is coming already across the interstate there south and west of Sulphur, Oklahoma, but it has not yet got to the interstate there in the Ardmore area. So if you're driving on I-35, planning to head north of Ardmore, you're going to get in worse conditions before you get into better conditions.
And very heavy rain continues all across this area. Flash flood warnings in effect, and you can see why. We've had quite a bit of rainfall over the past couple of days.
Yeah, there's been 2 areas in particular. 2 days ago especially, Oklahoma City got clobbered with a lot of heavy rain, a lot of flooding, and we're seeing the results of that tonight. Any new rain that they get is resulting in flooding. And then last night we had cores of that has come across places like Gainesville, Texas, and more storms headed in that way as well. So big problems, Kelly.
All right, we'll continue to track severe weather. Flooding still an issue for us as well. South Oklahoma City, we had a high water rescue not too long ago. We'll be right back.
Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. The seal you can trust with stain and sealer in one and easy to choose colors. Exceptional beauty and protection have never been easier. Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. Available at the Home Depot.
It's a beautiful day to use Thompson's Water Seal.
So you ready for the night? And don't it feel nice?
Summer never looks so good. Bud Light Lime, same 100% bottle. Summer on.
These days, you may be hearing more about data breaches in the news. It's possible your personal information may be at risk. Research shows that if your information is compromised due to a data breach, you are 6 times more likely to become a victim of identity theft. Now is the time to get protection. Sign up today, and LifeLock will begin monitoring your personal information, including your social security number, alert you about suspicious activity, and, if needed, take steps to help restore your losses.
You only have one identity. Protect it with the best. LifeLock.
The 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience the next level of performance, and there's no going back. Lease the 2015 GS 350F Sport with complimentary navigation system for these terms. See your Lexus dealer.
Lowe's presents How to Plan for the Future.
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy birthday. Sorry I forgot our anniversary. Happy Mother's Day.
1.5 gallon hanging baskets, now just 2 for $16 at Lowe's.
Today's the day. More and more people with type 2 diabetes are learning about long-acting Levemir.
As my diabetes changed, it got harder to control my blood sugar. Today, I'm asking about Levemir.
Levemir is an injectable insulin that can give you blood sugar control for up to 24 hours. And Levemir helps lower your A1C. Levemir lasts 42 days without refrigeration. That's 50% longer than Lantus, which lasts 28 days. Levemir comes in FlexTouch, the latest in insulin pen technology from Novo Nordisk.
Levemir is a long-acting insulin used to control high blood sugar in adults and children with diabetes and is not recommended to treat diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not use Levemir if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which may cause symptoms such as sweating, shakiness, confusion, and headache. Severe low blood sugar can be serious and life-threatening. Ask your doctor about alcohol use, operating machinery, or driving. Other possible side effects include injection site reactions. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take and all of your medical conditions. Check your blood sugar. Your insulin dose should not be changed without asking your doctor. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing, sweating, extreme drowsiness, swelling of your face, tongue, or throat, dizziness, or confusion.
Today's the day to ask about Levemir FlexTouch. Covered by most health insurance and Medicare plans.
We know you can't control the weather, so we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, mainly clear, low 70, winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly sunny. Saturday night, clear, low 73, winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Weather Channel, and brand new video just into our newsroom out of Haynesville, Texas. This is from earlier when we were under a tornado warning. You can certainly see the swirling of the clouds right there. Hard to see if it's actually making contact all the way to the ground. You don't see any debris being picked up, but certainly some pretty strong winds blowing those trees around. This is Haynesville, Texas from earlier this afternoon. Also near Vernon, Texas, we were tracking severe storms in that area as well. So again, it's already been a busy day, and it continues right through the evening hours. There's that video from Vernon showing you, looks like there's a police car right there.
Yeah,
overturned tractor trailer
semi, yeah.
Yep, so and some damage to that structure right there, that building sustaining some roof damage, it looks like. Some of the siding pulled away. So again, these storms capable of doing some damage, and we're certainly seeing that here. You can see perhaps some power lines that have been knocked down as well, some snapped power poles. So again, be careful as you head out there and maybe survey some of the damage. Some of those lines could be alive. There again is some video out of Vernon, Texas. This is when we still have plenty of daylight after the storm has passed. The emergency vehicles coming onto the scene just to kind of see what took place. No injuries being reported, so that's certainly the good news. And there, as you can see, more damage being seen right there in Vernon, Texas, where earlier we did have tornado warnings in effect. This is the actual tornado that caused the damage near Vernon. This is in Haynesville, Texas.
There it is. You can see it right behind that building.
Is.
Yeah,
right there. You can see the swirling, the rotation of that particular storm and the tornado associated with it before it moved into Vernon and caused the damage that we just saw the video of. So again, this has been a busy day across the Red River Valley between Texas and Oklahoma, and the tornado watches are still in effect this evening. And unfortunately, the chance for tornadoes is only going to go up as we head on into the weekend. Here again is our tornado watch in effect for eastern Oklahoma, northern Texas, including the Dallas and Fort Worth area. That goes until 3 o'clock in the morning, so make sure you have a way to get your warnings before you go to bed tonight. Also, to the west of there, just to the south of Oklahoma City, tornado watch until 9 o'clock Central Time. Watching places like Graham, Texas as well, where recently we've had some severe thunderstorm warnings upon you. And over into West Texas, this is a tornado watch that goes through the midnight hour. So again, watch out. This means conditions are favorable. We could see strong thunderstorms that could rotate and produce tornadoes. Colorado, New Mexico. We're watching you guys as well with a tornado watch in effect until 9 o'clock. This is a live view now of Graham, Texas. We've got storm chasers all over the southern plains right now. You're seeing the flashes of lightning there in the distance. Graham, Texas recently put under a severe thunderstorm warning due to some large hail, perhaps some damaging wind gusts as well. And keep in mind, since we do have that tornado watch in effect, we could see tornadoes form as well. But as of right now, this is not a tornado warning, but certainly some busy. Look at that. Look at all the lightning flashes there near Graham, Texas. So we've got our eyes and ears out there with the storm chasers. We're also here in the lab. I'm with Dr. Greg Forbes, our severe weather expert, monitoring these storms across the southern plains, Oklahoma, Texas. Still a lot of warnings out there.
Yeah, and one brand new tornado warning. Okfuskee County there on along I-40, just well to the east now of the Oklahoma City metro area, and lots of storms now that are turning into lines, rolling across south central parts of Oklahoma down into the areas that are north and west of Fort Worth, and lots of heavy rain as these lines are not moving all that fast. This one is another one that's one of these ragged-looking storms that has some embedded rotation hiding inside of the big massive rain there. Very well-defined rotation, though. Thank goodness for the Doppler radar, as you see the reds going eastbound and the greens going westbound. That otherwise we wouldn't recognize perhaps the shape of this, but the velocities that we have with the Doppler radar these days indicate the tornado possibility. That's a tornado vortex signature going to be heading off south of Clearview, north of Waletka area, and this is again of Okfuskee County.
Okfuskee County.
I keep pronouncing some of these wrong.
Till 9 o'clock Central Time, you need to be seeking shelter right now, lowest level, away from the windows.
Ultimately, we'll head toward the Henrietta area, probably the Henrietta area around 8:52, close to the Clearview area about 8:36.
If it holds together, Okmulgee County, you are next right after Okfuskee County. So again, you need to be seeking shelter, lowest level of the home, get into your storm shelter with the shoes on your feet, helmets on the heads as well, protect yourself from flying debris. We've also got severe thunderstorm warnings, Greg.
Yeah, we do, and that's mostly what we have right now. You see these storms turning into little backward seas, little mini bow echoes coming across Hughes, Pottawatomie, and Seminole counties with damaging winds in the area north of Holdenville. And then farther down to the south and west, a bigger bow echo there down around the area near Konawa, or at least I'll try to pronounce that, Konawa, slide a little bit farther to the south for us there. And that's off to the east of the Pauls Valley area. Severe thunderstorms use Pontotoc and Seminole counties with this particular thunderstorm. And then continuing sliding down to the south and west, we'll see that additional severe thunderstorms all the way there, Carter, Garvin, Murray counties coming right now across the I-35 corridor or into the I-35 corridor, in the case may be that there around the Ardmore area, with the possibility of damaging winds and generally 1-inch hail. A more intense bow echo, a little mini bow echo there in Montague County. That one earlier had tornado warnings on that. These are going to be rolling into some of the same flood, heavy rain areas that are flood-prone areas.
Exactly.
Yeah, all sorts of flash flood warnings across this area. And then a line segment, not moving real fast, but sagging its way toward the Fort Worth area. Could have some 1-inch hail, could have some damaging winds, Palo Pinto, Stevens, and Young counties there. Ultimately toward Fort Worth, probably about, let's see, what was the time there? 11:26 for Fort Worth. It's slowing down a little bit.
There's a live look, by the way, on the left side of your screen. We're looking live near Graham, Texas. This storm in particular that we are tracking for you as it moves toward the Mineral Wells area. Graham, Texas, seeing a lot of lightning, but also you're under a flash flood warning too, so keep that in mind.
A little interesting when the lightning illuminates, a little interesting horizontal layers of clouds there, a little scud roll or something like that. Not apparently any kind of a tornado. Might be a little shelf cloud, a little roll cloud with some gusty winds that are coming out of that storm. Now it's getting dark. The combination of dark clouds and sunset setting in, storms are beginning to get dangerous at night.
All right, let's look ahead to the weekend, Greg, because this is a very high torcon that you have for tomorrow, 7.
Yeah, and it's largely due to this spinning upper low, the cold pocket aloft, and especially its east flanks that today have reached southeast Colorado, where we've had severe thunderstorms and tornado warnings at times. And tomorrow, more of that will be tapping more and more of the rich Gulf of Mexico moisture. So Kansas, Oklahoma, much of the state of Texas will have that severe weather threat, and maybe along a frontal zone over into Arkansas as well. Tornado condition index values on a scale of 0 to 10, 7 for southwest Kansas and western parts of Oklahoma, 6 for central parts of Oklahoma, north central Texas, and then 3 to 4 is much of the rest of the area, including that whole quarter of central Texas. And there have been many days where 4 would have been the highest value that I've given. So 4 is nothing to sneeze at. Still going to be some tornadoes there.
That is a 40% chance of tornadoes, and then that threat hits a little bit toward the east on Sunday.
A little bit farther east on Sunday, that upper disturbance kicking off toward the north and east, the Missouri Valley area, Illinois, Iowa, down into Missouri and Arkansas and eastern parts of Oklahoma, down into, again, central and northeast parts of Texas. Stormy times yet ahead for central Texas. 5, I'm thinking, for the tornado condition index for much of Iowa. 4 for western parts of Missouri, probably eastern parts of Nebraska and Kansas, parts of southeast and eastern Oklahoma, northeast, all the way down that corridor across Texas with a 40% chance of tornadoes on this day. A lot of damaging winds and hail beginning to wind itself up. Probably the upper disturbance shearing out, but still, as that cold front of the system pushes east, maybe as far east as Pittsburgh, certainly Detroit, Columbus, Dayton, Cincinnati, Louisville, all the way down into Nashville and Memphis and the parts of Texas there that you see with at least spotty damaging winds, a chance of a couple of tornadoes, some heavy rain, lots of lightning, and some hail as well.
Safe to say a tornado outbreak in our forecast for the weekend.
Certainly a tornado outbreak. Saturday and Sunday seem pretty likely, with a little bit less of a outbreak likelihood for Monday.
All right, but still a lot of people, we're talking millions of people in the paths of these dangerous storms that we're going to continue to track and stay live right here on the Weather Channel on weather.com.
And maybe tomorrow some long-lived, pretty destructive, maybe even some violent tornadoes tomorrow. It's a day you want to really pay attention to the weather.
Of course, we are tracking severe weather tonight already, and of course we'll have much more on subtropical storm Ana just off the Carolina coast. We'll have much more on that coming up. Stay right here.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, generally clear. Low 70. Winds south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly sunny. High 89. Winds south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday night, mainly clear skies. Low 73. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Strongbow Hard Cider is ice. And an award for best tasting hard cider.
Have you got the shot yet?
Remember that thing about keeping your face behind the award? Strongbow.
Once we were dreamers, adventurers set out to discover new lands, new people, new ways. Once we were great explorers in search of hidden treasure, secret hideouts, magic lands. The treasure is still here and waiting to inspire a new generation of dreamers. Come uncover the riches and bounty of pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.